Hello everybody, thank you so much for being here. This video is a Q&A session where I'm going to be answering all your questions, your most frequently asked questions about studying abroad and about scholarships abroad. So whether you're considering the idea or you're actively looking for funding to sponsor your studies abroad, I got you covered. So grab a pen and a paper, grab popcorn, sit right in with the notepad as you're going to be taking notes, and let's get right into it. How do I choose a study abroad program? This really comes down to what are your personal goals and what are your career goals. Let me show you what I mean. So you're going to put, for example, personal goals on one hand, like personal goals, and you're going to put on the other hand career goals, right? And then you start asking yourself questions about these personal goals. What are they? You get your answers, you list them. What are your career goals? You get your answers, and then you list them. And after you've gotten your answers, then you start finding out what programs are a good fit that are actually going to meet your personal goals as well as your career goals. You find the link between these two. And also, where is a good location for you to be able to achieve these personal goals as well as these career goals? So this is going to give you an answer to what, and this is going to give you an answer to where. How can I find scholarships to study abroad? There are four main sources that provide scholarships for students to be able to study abroad. Number one is universities. Number two is governments. Number three is private organizations. And number four is foundations. Most of the information about these scholarships are provided by different websites that curate scholarships around the world. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of the ones that I use and how you can use them. The first website that I'm going to share with you is a website called Scholars for Dev, like Scholars for Development. And they have like tons of scholarships. They give you updated information. I really like how this interface is structured. The second one that we are going to talk about is study portals. Study portals provide tons of information about scholarships. You can actually just choose, for example, scholarships in Germany, scholarships in the Netherlands, scholarships in the UK, scholarships in the United States. How can I best prepare for the study abroad experience? Research the country that you are going to. Figure out what to pack. Figure out your flight itinerary. If it's a place where you already know the language, maybe you do not have to study. But if it is a place where it's a new language, maybe you have to start taking online classes, studying the language. You can use different apps in order to study it as much as possible. What are some tips in order to manage your finances while you are abroad? Create a budget, create a budget, create a budget. Even if you have a scholarship, create a budget, create a budget, create a budget. And also, part-time jobs are very important. If you choose to study in a city, life there is going to be expensive, but you're going to have access to way more part-time jobs, way more opportunities that you can make extra money. And if you choose to say that you want to be in a rural area, life there is not going to be that expensive, but also your access to jobs is not going to be that much. How can I balance exploration and studying abroad? Your academic responsibilities is the main reason why you are in that country. So first you have to prioritize, and of course you can do other things that is going to help you explore as much as possible. Number one, I'll say volunteer. Number two, join like this travel tours in the country. Get with a group of friends, rent a car, go on a road trip, you go visit those places. At least you have a group of people where you can support each other. If you want to take pictures, you can take cool pictures, and then you now head back to the university. How do I overcome the language barriers when I go for a study abroad program? Find out in your country, are there language centers where you can learn the language? If there are, start learning the language. There are also tons of apps that you can choose to learn on your own, and there are YouTube videos that you can use. Live in a shared space. You can share your living space with the locals there. That helps you because you don't have a choice. You have to practice. So you will have to get up and Google search and translate whatever it is that you want to say so that you can communicate with the person. So it hits you straight up with, oh my goodness, this is a person who doesn't understand English. How do I communicate with the person? So it pushes you to be able to learn the language as fast as possible. Start thinking in the language. For example, look around you. What do you find in your house? clothes, refrigerator, shelf, bed, how are tank tops called in that language, how are shirts called in that language, how are pants called in that language. And now, as you start thinking in that language and making it part and parcel of your daily life, what you realize is that slowly but surely, when you meet someone where you can practice, you already have those cues on. I know this word, I know this word, I know this word. Maybe the sentence structure may not be correct, but the thing is, you are going to be able to learn faster. What are the impacts of studying abroad on my career prospects? And I'll tell you a lot. First, it enhances your employability. Secondly, it helps you become culturally sensitive, especially to people that are from a culture that is not yours. And also, it enhances your global perspective with reference to certain things. And fourthly, it helps you become multilingual. I have seen tons of people that have gotten jobs not because they were experts in the field or they were like really good at it. No, it's just because they could speak the language. Companies employed them and trained them. Honestly, getting a study abroad experience is going to, if you were at like 20% in terms of employability, especially global level employability, studying abroad is going to jump it up to about 80%. How can I make the most of my study abroad experience? Immerse yourself in the local culture. Travel as much as possible, try the local food, speak with the local people, get into the culture. Do not go just to the touristy places or the places that you see online. No, no, no. Go on a solo trip, walk around and talk to the local people and discover things on your own. Find those hidden gems in that country as much as possible. Also, please make friends from all parts of the world. It immediately changes the way you look at the world, personal growth, and you become a way better human being. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If it was helpful, please do want to consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, share it to a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local church, someone in your local community, anyone thinking about studying abroad. Share this video with them. I am going to see you all in the next one. Cheers.